Yes. Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Disney Cast, episode 524. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinsod.
Yo.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, guys. This is the Moviecast. I don't want to be sued by Disney, so the Moviecast. It was just a slip of the tongue. Anyways, welcome, listeners and viewers, to 524 of Moviecast. We are obviously, little teaser for this episode. It is just Disney extravaganza. It's a Disney world.
Disney
and we're just living in it. So yeah, last week they had their Disney Plus and other streaming.
It was technically the Disney investor meeting.
Yeah.
Just Disney.
I mean, it was
Disney Plus.
No, it was like because it had Hulu. It had a whole bunch of streaming services on there. Anyways, we're gonna get and talk about that in a little bit.
It's definitely for like the investors more than the fans, but it had a lot of stuff for fans to get excited about because you're trying to get the investors excited. So
yeah,
there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that shortly. We've been, getting into what we've been up to though, guys. I don't really have too much to add to it this week. I don't think I've watched much really, except for some Christmas movies, some like classic Christmas movies, and that's and Mandalorian. But that's about it for me. And Mike, anything for you?
Mandalorian and a lot of Dick Van Dyke show because
Dick Van Dyke
what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Tony.
Let's see. More X-Men animated series up to the Phoenix Saga.
That one goes up. Doesn't it go on forever? That saga?
No, it gets
what it felt like as a kid.
It gets split up because I think there's like 4 episodes where it's like just the first appearance of the Phoenix, and then I think in a few more episodes it goes to the Dark Phoenix. So I think that's why it feels like it takes forever.
Yeah.
Right. But let's see. I also watched Moana for the first time. I never saw that. That was really good, actually.
It is. It's actually one of my boys' kind of favorite movies.
Yeah, I like. I actually really like the songs that too. Both Moana's main song, but also Maui's. What can I say? But you're welcome. Like it's just so great.
Yeah.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah. So that was fantastic. And then to get into the spirit of things, I've been watching more Christmas stuff. So I watched the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, which is actually pretty cute. I liked it. Just as
fun
shenanigans and stuff like that, little nods and references.
It poked at itself on a couple times.
Yeah, it definitely poked at itself more than once. So that was fun. I mean, I would recommend it to a Star Wars fan for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever it was. But then I went to the Blast of the Past and watched Home Alone 1 and 2.
Ooh,
nice.
Wow.
The same weekend, yeah. First one, yeah.
I think I did probably see that too.
The first one holds up really well, even to today. Just classic. I mean, it's not deep or anything, but like as a kid's, family-friendly holiday movie, it's lasts for everybody and stuff like that. Second one, I remember liking the second one more as a kid, but as an adult, I was like, ooh. It was like, like the first time it was like, okay, you're just defending your house, but this one, like, it just straight up seemed like he was bullying the adults, like the robbers. I was like, dude, like, you're gonna kill these guys. Like, you're throwing bricks at them. Like, you're straight up throwing bricks. And I was like, as a kid you laugh, but I'm like, imagining as an adult, I'm like, oh my god, like I would die if I get hit in the face like 3 times with a brick. I'd just be dead.
Yeah, from a 4-story house or whatever it was.
What was funny for me, because I did see most of these also back to back, was I didn't realize as a kid how much Home Alone 2 touches on all the exact same beats as the first Home Alone.
Same exact.
It's the exact same thing.
I love how in the beginning of the second movie, he gets scolded again for, whatever, and he's like, I wish, I could just have my own vacation without any of you jerks, blah, blah, blah. And then his mom, who previously on the first movie was like, I'm never letting you out of my sight, oh my god. This time she's like, well, you got your wish last year, maybe you'll get it again this year. I'm just like, wow, it's only been 1 year.
She said something like that too in the first movie. She's just
exactly.
It's like you should say things like that. Maybe it'll happen.
It'll happen, yeah. Something like that. But yeah, anyway, that's it. Just classic holiday movie.
Yeah. All right, Corey.
Yeah, I watched the Lego thing with the boys and Mandalorian, but that's pretty much all of note.
Yeah. I actually watched Thundercats. Started watching that. It's all on Hulu. Yeah, it's all on Hulu. Actually, they have the other one too, which I never really watched, but I heard was really good, and then just didn't pan out. So I'll probably check that one out from like 2011. But yeah, I watched that.
That's a shame. Fucking Cartoon Network killed that shit, man. I'm so pissed.
Yeah.
And then they fucking brought back Thundercats, Ho, which is basically like Teen Titans Go, and that's dead now too. I'm like, cool, great, thanks. Just fucking bury my. Childhood.
Netflix has a shot. I mean, with He-Man coming back, maybe we'll get Thundercats next. So we got a shot with that stuff.
That's what we can.
They're doing like Transformers. I mean, we got a shot with that.
She-Ra.
I know.
Voltron,
I know. I know. Netflix is the savior of animation.
It can happen.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Mandalorian real quick. Episode 7 happened. Episode 8 is next week. I would like us, by the time you hear this one, hopefully we know it, we're going to be trying to do a spoiler cast for Mandalorian the whole season. But it's episode 7 right now. We've got to see that. Now, for the record, these will be spoilers coming up. I told myself I'd be writing down these things, but so I can mark this for you guys. I did mark them before. If you watch these videos on YouTube, there's chapter marks. So you can actually just...
if we started about when I popped on, this is at nearly the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, it's 6 minutes in. We're good. We're good. I just wanted to write it down, and I don't have a pen because I've been signing so many different things. But all right. Anyways, guys, so episode 7 happened again. The spoilers. Yeah. So what do you guys think of the penultimate episode? I guess you call it.
I think it was to me.
It felt like a penultimate episode a little bit because it stalled things just a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was. I thought it was going to be more story action packed than it was. Like I really expected this to really
action packed.
Yeah. So I like Bill Burr's character. I like Bill Burr's character quite a bit.
Yeah,
I hate how he talks in a Boston accent. Like, how do you have this accent in space?
How does anyone have any of those accents in space? Is Britain a thing?
Like that one's just so obnoxious. Like at least you could explain like maybe wherever fucking Obi-Wan is from, has an accent, but like the Boston, like, he's just so distinct. Like it's very just like, yo, let's go to Dunkin' Donuts and stuff like that. It's like, go park the car on the yacht. Like, all right, man, whatever. You're a stormtrooper or some shit. I don't give a shit. But yeah,
I like this character.
To me, that's just.
I like this character though. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I like this character a lot, and this kind of got to take the helmet off for Mandalorian kind of stuff. I literally
if you want to talk about something that's a little distracting, sort of out of verse, and I'm at risk of being hypocritical with the current state of my face right now. But why does someone who never shows his face to anyone have a mustache and nothing else?
Yeah, a well-groomed mustache. Like, I agree. I
mean, more importantly, how is he like getting that scan and then being like, okay, you're good in the Empire?
That's the real question. I don't know if that. I hope that'll be explained.
Because like he was a kid when he was taken, right?
Yeah, so. I mean, so that's the thing is like I wonder if there was. I mean, that just seems like too huge of a mistake for them to just gloss over. So like I'm wondering if there.
No, I don't think it's a mistake. I think there's something going on there, but it's like. Okay, he knew if he took his helmet off, he'd be okay.
Yeah, so that was weird, but yeah. Otherwise,
how that goes, I guess.
It was fine. I mean, the action was good. It feels really weird going into the last episode now that like we're supposed to resolve this plot line that he's gonna infiltrate the ship, get back Grogu and leave.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It seems like it's gonna be a lot unless it's like the longest episode in the season, which. Have any of them even reached an hour? I forget.
The first episode was like 50-something minutes. That was the longest.
I don't think so. I think it was like 47. I don't think it hit 50s.
I think one was in the 50s.
I don't think so.
But, I think that should be one episode a little bit. I don't know, like, I'm not sure, like, how long you want to drag out this, like, final assault thing. But... again, I would like to see a follow-up to why his face scan was a sure thing like that. That's the big plot point I take away from this episode.
Yeah, that seems like something they would hopefully just explore in season 3.
No.
It is good to see the guy while he's not laying down and all fucked up, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. And then I do got to say, I really did like that conversation with the Imperial officer, I guess the former Billboard's commanding officer. Because, like, it was just, it was one of those scenes that you see in the movies where, like, there's tension and then it slowly builds up and builds up. Like, what was it from the one where they were Nazi hunters?
Glorious Bastards.
Glorious Bastards. Yeah, it's like that
is
that
the
conversation.
That
where
is
it's just
it.
like,
yes.
It's like, oh
that
shit, like, you know, shit's gonna go
100%.
down. It's like, who's gonna do it? And it's just like
that
boom,
that
boom,
movie
boom.
theater, like the movie theater sequence, right?
Yeah,
in that movie. Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly like, I'm like watching this and I'm like, this has like a feel, like I just can't put my finger on what it was.
No. I mean, the movie theater sequence is a good one, but like.
Was
when
the
they were in the bar,
sequence the game?
Like, you know,
yes. I'm sorry. That was
because you don't do this. It's like this or this.
Yeah,
and that's
in America, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like the tension of that.
It felt a little Han Solo and Greedo too.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit there, but I thought it was. They haven't cleared 42 minutes, by the way. I just looked this up. It was the longest episode. The first one was only. Oh no, that was season 2. That was season 1. Sorry. You're right. 55 minutes, Mike. Episode 1.
And so this one was called The Believer, and I wasn't sure who that was. I'm assuming it's the Empire guy. Like, he believes in the Empire. I don't know who that's referring to. The Believer, really.
I don't know. I mean,
usually it's based on the one character you focus on, and so.
Well, normally it's pretty obvious, I think, but this one I'm not so sure. Like, is that guy the Believer? Just because he did seem to be like, you know.
I think it was referring to his credo where he's like, I believe that, you know, as long as you can go to bed at night, you know, with a roof over your head, you're doing, you know, what do you say, better than most or whatever like that.
Yeah, it's just, for me, it seemed like it was cool and all, but I actually did not really like that character that much. I was like, why do we have to go back to this guy again? Like, I don't really care about you. Yeah, it's like, whatever, you're this dude. And sure, like, that sequence with him at the officer was nice and all, but I don't know. I didn't really care for his character at all, so I was like, I
just think it's weird when you introduce a character as like the comedy relief or the comic relief, whatever the correct terminology there is, and then later on you try to give him like this tragic backstory and make him out to be like a serious character, and you're just like, don't know if this works on me, bro. Like, that is me personally.
It's one of those things where it's also like he is the only Imperial person you know. Like, he is the only he's like the only person that can do this job for you. Okay.
I think he probably figured he saw him recently, and he kind of has him by the balls. So yeah, why not?
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was okay episode, different for a penultimate one, but you know, I don't know. Like, I expected. I don't know why, but I feel like penultimate episodes now are like where the major 75% of the finale story happens, and then we get the finale where it kind of wraps up a little bit, and then there's like a post setup for next season on shows. So it was weird to have an episode where they didn't really start the finale. You know what I mean? Like, usually that's what felt weird.
They got the coordinates, and then he sent them a message.
Yeah.
So
which echoes his old message sent the other way before, which was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So the other thing we have is the Disney Plus announcements that happened. That's the big news of the week, really. And that's why I'm saying, like, this. There's so much. I mean, it was going on for hours, and I mean, if you want to kick us off, by the way, I have to be right back. So if someone wants to kick us off with the conversation, what went down on Disney Plus stuff. So they're increasing the price. That's
Disney.
The first part.
Yeah. Okay. Disney Plus. We're going right into Disney Plus.
Is there really anything else?
There's
nothing else. The Disney Call. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Star Wars and Marvel movies and stuff. Yeah, no, there's a lot of Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. So I mean, it's
a lot of
movies. They show the Hulu, the partners, and
coming to theaters. They want to go to theaters. So we'll see.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go fix something real quick. So be right back.
But yeah. I mean, Disney Plus is getting most of the content, right? Like that's what's
the overwhelming majority.
So again, it's also the only place you'll know too.
Yeah,
yep.
Exactly. And like, it was cool because they showed a whole bunch of stuff that the fans are really excited about. And I don't know what do we want to do? Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, or Disney first?
Yeah, I guess we could do it in the order.
So I mean, first of all, the premiere access, right?
Yeah. So first of all, the only thing is, so like they did start off with TV, and they talked about Hulu service, which is sticking around. And the one point I did want to mention was that there is going to be a bundle of Disney Plus, Hulu without ads for an additional $6 or something like that.
Right.
So that's pretty cool, and something I might look into once my whatever 2 or 3 year deal is done or something like that. A bunch of shows coming to that. Nothing I saw that was personally jaw-dropping or anything like that, but FX on Hulu, that's I thought was pretty big, just expanding the catalog there. And then the part that stuck out to me here was a TV series based on Alien. And apparently
that's definitely the biggest thing out of the Hulu Fox side of stuff, I would say.
Right. So that's cool. I mean, we talked about it for horror and all that stuff, but I love Alien. Probably the trilogy, and stuff like that. Some of the movies, but the games, some of them, core.
It's I mean, Alien's one of my favorite franchises. The Alien 1 and Aliens, obviously the best two in the series.
Yes.
And those two they hold up. They stand on their own, like as separate things, and they hold up today, even. And then 3, it's just kind of like, it was a little upsetting that they did what they did to certain characters. And then 4 just kind of going off the rails, and the Prometheus stuff and all that. I just don't even consider Alien films at this point because it's awful. But no, it's exciting like that. It's exciting to hear that they're going to do something like that. I'm just curious where their focus is going to be. What is it going to actually be on? Is it going to be on?
They said Earth.
Okay. Well, I mean not the planet. I'm sorry, but like it's going to be on like. Is this focus going to be on the aliens themselves more, or like dealing with an invasion? I don't know. Like I didn't really read into it too much, but
I don't know that they announced too much.
Yeah.
I think they just previewed it. Sorry, I'm back, everybody. Sorry. 8-year-old going to bed, by the way, and something's not working electronically. I had to go fix it. I'm sorry. We had a angry 8-year-old here. Anyways, so so I don't know. I thought that was cool that they announced they're going to work on that. Very limited details though. So but.
I just it's hard to get excited though because
everything
happens.
It hurts so many times.
Yeah, exactly. It's like fool me once, shame on me.
Which one was it that I watched it and I was like, please don't watch this, guys? And you
it's
guys
the latest one, Covenant, I think.
Yeah, Covenant.
Yeah.
But, they also have the Why the Last Man's supposed to be coming still too.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
That comic was fantastic. So
that was
excited for that.
That was just the FX. We covered the Hulu getting a bundle, and we
got it.
FX. So we're doing in the same order as the investor call. We can move into Lucasfilm, obviously Star Wars.
Yeah, Lucasfilm.
I don't even think they talked about a single non-Star Wars thing from Lucasfilm. So
Willow, new series in development with Warwick Davis starring, returning to the role. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Some people were very excited about that, so that's good for them.
I'm very excited about that. It was a great movie. I would love them to go back. Yeah, Matt Morgan.
Yeah.
So, so I think starting off with obviously they had some great big announcements. Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Ewan McGregor, obviously we knew that was happening, but what we didn't know was that Hayden Christensen will be back playing Darth Vader in that show. Huge, I think. That was huge.
See, I don't know, like I'm excited.
Huge for the kids who are a little younger than me, who really like those prequels now.
I think it's cool to bring back. I mean, listen, like if you're dealing with Dave Filoni, best version of Anakin we've ever had.
Yes,
I don't think it's a bad combination. I don't think
it's not like he voiced the character though. I think from what I've seen, that they took something that's vaguely his likeness and went somewhere pretty different with it.
I'm just curious though, like why you get Hayden Christensen to play Darth Vader in the suit? Like what are you doing though?
It's just gonna be a Joker and Arkham Knight type deal.
No, I think it's gonna be. I think
there's got to be scenes as him as Anakin, right? Like that. Like that's the reason you get Hayden Christensen. Otherwise, who cares who you get? Like it doesn't matter. You just need the voice.
I think you'll get Hayden Christensen without his. I mean, you'll get the Darth Vader without the mask on a few times, where it will be his face too, instead of the that you'll see.
Seems like an awful lot of detail for someone who's shouldn't be like the main character. I don't know if you're gonna get that.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of like bothers me. Was like I really love Obi-Wan, and I wouldn't mind seeing his backstory, but like it feels like instead of seeing him as like a younger Padawan or anything like that, it's like, oh, so we're gonna try to film the years like after Revenge of the Sith, or is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith, fucking movie name, and A New Hope, and it's just like I don't know, like I always just appreciated the fact that like they have that fight in Episode 3, Obi-Wan fucks him up. Tells him like you were like a brother to me, whatever, and stuff like that, and just like leaves him for dead, and he fucks off, into Tatooine to protect Luke. But now like, and then even with like, something that happened in Rebels, I was like, okay, whatever, and then now this, I'm just like, man, like Obi-Wan, like you were like still adventuring and shit, like you made it seem like you were some like hermit, like never left his fucking cave and shit like that. So I don't know. It doesn't like I'm not saying it won't be good.
He had a reputation of being crazy. Like
right.
Wasn't and didn't I don't know if they explicitly say this, but it seemed as if in A New Hope that was their first encounter since then.
Yeah.
In person.
For a while, yeah, definitely.
No, I think it was
for a while.
It
doesn't mean they never crossed paths.
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to read through the actual like lines.
It's hard to say because we don't know. I mean,
but there's so much. I mean, whatever. Star Wars is one of those things that they, erase in history. They retcon stuff, yeah. But... So it's. I mean, look, if Dave Filoni's doing it, I have faith. But it's just when you tell me the premise, I'm like, oh, like, okay, like I don't know. I would have preferred if it was like him, doing literally anything else. But it's just like to me, it feels like that confrontation with Darth Vader again. Like it feels weird that we have another one in between A New Revenge of the Sith and
Hope.
A New Hope.
Yeah.
That's just my personal thing, but I'll watch it.
Yeah.
It's not the only Star Wars thing that got announced. So.
No. So we had Rangers of the New Republic announced.
Live action.
Which we live action. We have an Ahsoka series announced, starring Rosario Dawson, obviously, as Ahsoka, which is huge. I think we all kind of saw the writing on the wall for that.
Yep.
The Andor series was talked about. I think they showed a trailer for that one. We have the Bad Batch, which is a animated show from the
Disney Plus.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The Clone Wars season 7 lost episodes. They put the Bad Batch in there. They made a series, the spinoff for it. Star Wars Visions, which we don't know anything about. Lando's getting his own series. Is that
Star Wars Visions is Star Wars anime. So.
Oh, Star Wars Visions is the anime. I didn't know which one was the anime. Now, okay, that's cool. What about?
It's like a series of short films, though. It's like I thought it was something about
probably do like the
animatrix
fights
type
or
of
like
thing.
Probably be like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
we got Lando, which is that going to be with Donald Glover? Danny Glover? Wait, Donald Glover? Sorry, God, I can't believe mixing them up.
Yeah, probably.
One's a 70-year-old man, not even related. Ugh.
Well, the other Lando is a 70-year-old man too.
It's true. The Acolyte and A Droid Story. Those are the big Disney announcements for the Disney Plus stuff.
Star Wars announcements.
No. Well, Disney, that's the Disney Plus announcements. And
right. Yeah. We did have Patty Jenkins, director of Wonder Woman, is now attached to a movie called Rogue Squadron. So that's awesome. So it's like I'm just like to see that.
Yeah, I didn't know this about her, but apparently her dad was a pilot.
Yeah, I think the trailer for her
that's what I'm saying. I saw that. I was like, wait,
no,
what?
So I'm uniquely qualified or whatever it was. Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then the other thing was they confirmed that what's his name? Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi, yeah.
Yeah. He is having his own Star Wars movie as well, so that's pretty cool. I think we might have heard or rumored.
And no mention of a Rian Johnson trilogy.
I think it's like at this point, it's not even on Rian Johnson. It's because I don't think he made a terrible movie. I just didn't like what he did with the Star Wars characters.
At this point, I think he has the best and the worst moments in the new trilogy in that movie.
I think that's pretty accurate. I think that's accurate. I like that.
Man,
I wouldn't mind to see. I wouldn't mind seeing what he could do with his own story and his own characters. I said that before, so I'd be fine with it. But I think at this point, Disney's, because of the controversial like opinions on his movies, J.J. Abrams movies. They're just trying to move on from both at this point. That's what I think Disney's strategy is.
It's fair. No, I mean, keep giving stuff to people that are making good content. And
well, the other thing is too is like that announcement or plan or whatever was made before Return of or Rise of Skywalker was released.
Before his movie was released. Before
it was like, oh, the trilogy.
The Last Jedi,
Don't get a trilogy, and then maybe again, like I said, like why do they keep needing?
I mean, they even said
like,
what was the first guy. Right when before JJ even took like wasn't there somebody else like attached to Star Wars 2 that they were gonna like give movies to and stuff, so it's like whatever at this point.
Don't lock somebody in for fucking 3 movies. Just don't do
it. Yeah. So, all right, Disney regular, not Star Wars stuff. Well, actually, they had next installment of Indiana Jones will be the last one, right?
Yep. And
if it's still Harrison Ford, I can't imagine he's going to do many more.
Yeah. That will conclude the Indiana Jones story and directed by James Mangold.
Yeah, and again, for that character, Harrison Ford actually did say he doesn't really want anyone else to play him. Mm-hmm. So
I heard, I did read that. So interesting. And we're not done yet, folks. This keeps going. Hocus Pocus 2 for Disney Plus, which we knew, it's been confirmed now. We heard about this when it first Disney Plus came out that they were working on this. So, that's interesting. And I think they announced it last week. The actors, sorry, they call them actors, not an actress proper. They said that they were working on it as well. So that's interesting. What else we have? Oh, Sister Act, a new Sister Act film.
Another one. Whoopi.
Starring Whoopi Goldberg. Yep, with Whoopi Goldberg.
3 Men and a Baby remake.
3 Men and a Baby.
Efron.
Cheaper by the dozen reboot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks are getting
TV series
back.
Yeah. We get the Mighty Ducks.
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah, Emilio. That's cool that they're doing that. What else we have? Chippendale Rescue Rangers, hybrid live action animated film, which is cool. Pinocchio.
I don't like that.
Who's?
John Mulaney and Andy Samberg. Yeah, Pinocchio was Robert Zemeckis directing, which is cool, starring Tom Hanks.
Is that going to be like with that Polar Express type? It's animated type of thing?
I don't know yet. We don't know enough. I would assume Pinocchio is going to be their live action stuff. So they might do like a mixed animation
Tom
thing.
Hanks is going to be Geppetto.
I think he'll be Geppetto.
Probably, yeah. He'd be a good Geppetto.
Peter Pan and Wendy. Yeah, Peter Pan and Wendy. Jude Law as Captain Hook, which I think is a good casting, actually. I like Jude Law as Captain Hook. Disenchanted. What else is said?
Little Mermaid sequel with Amy Adams.
The Enchanted sequel.
Wasn't there like a Netflix cartoon from Matt Groening? Something like that?
Disenchanted? Yes, Disenchanted, yes, there is. Let's see, there's a prequel to The Lion King. There's The Little Mermaid. And then there's Diary of a Wimpy Kid's getting something. Night at the Museum.
Animated series.
All animated stuff there, yeah. The Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, starring Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg, jeez. Oh, I think the first thing I kicked off with on this whole thing was the animated movie coming to Disney Plus, a premiere access level movie, which we talked about. Maybe they're going that way instead of just theaters. Raya and the Last Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kelly Marie Tran and Aquafina.
Uh-huh. That'll be a $30 premiere price on March 2021, which will launch in the theaters as well. Interesting. Let's see.
I think Lin-Manuel, what's his
Encanto.
Yeah, that's like that movie. He's got something. He's obviously super big. He was part of the Moana music. He wrote all the music for that.
Yes, he wrote the Moana. Yes, he did the Moana music, which is crazy. Yeah, he did the
Miranda.
That was his major song for that. But yeah, that's Hamilton guy. If those who don't know. Let's see, more animated series. Baymax, Zootopia Plus. They're doing a Tiana thing, which with an 8-year-old here, all they ever hear about is the fact that they didn't do anything else with that princess at all. So she's pretty happy to hear that.
She made an appearance in Wreck-It Ralph too, right?
She did. Oh, the feedback from that was great. But they were all there. But yeah, she was in it too. Moana the series as well, and Iwaju, which will be a Pan-African comic book.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Wow. God, and then there's some weird stuff.
That's what we've been asking for, is like more content for Disney Plus, and we're getting it.
Yeah, I mean, then you got Turning Red, a Disney Pixar film for Disney Plus, which is about a teenage girl who, when gets anxious, turns into a giant red panda.
Right.
Whatever that is. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I think the biggest thing from this section of the announcements was Lightyear with
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, yeah.
And at first, he's starring the most famous Ranger ever, Space Ranger ever. And at first, I was like, wow, they really cut out Tim Allen from the whole thing. And I know it's a live action movie, and that's when it's not live action. It's not. It's not. It's animated.
Okay.
At first, I was like, wow, they cut him out of the voice, and I'm like, and then Chris Evans was really quick to come out on Twitter and say, like, this is not about that character. This is the original character that Buzz Lightyear was based off of. So that's their excuse for not casting Tim Allen in this role. Yeah. What else? We have Luca. He's coming to theaters next summer. So there are still summer movies. That's is that a Pixar? No, I don't know what that one is. I think that is a Pixar.
Yeah, it is. I'm in the Pixar section of the news right now.
Yeah.
There's also Doug Days, which is about the Doug from Up.
Oh yes, Doug Days. That's right. Yeah.
A car series about Lightning
car
McQueen.
series.
Gotta have one of those.
A new original series called Win or Lose about a middle school softball team. Soul. We talked about that.
Any of these that you want to just kind of like go into before we move on into the Marvel stuff, because Marvel's huge as well. We're not even like this kept going for hours. I was watching the Game Awards and I'm just like, they're still going. And Tony's like, yep, I'm watching that one. So, yeah, I mean, the Marvel stuff is amazing. Do we want to, before I move into that, anything you guys want to stop?
I think we can move into Marvel. Let's do it.
Okay. Well, no, I just want to make sure. So, I mean, we're going to get new series on there. They threw out a lot at us here. So, I don't have the order of the events. I have what happened. So if I go out of order, I apologize.
First was the WandaVision trailer. I haven't.
The WandaVision. Okay, go ahead. You want to go through it? You go through it then.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So WandaVision trailer looks awesome, as we talked about, and apparently, they showed off a new trailer, and it seems to be that Wanda kind of just created her own little bubble of a multiverse.
She's going crazy. Is what's happening.
Yeah.
She gets warping. Not only does her boyfriend die in front of her, he dies twice in front of her.
Yeah.
So that must mess you up a little bit. She's got some severe post
PTSD.
Yeah. And so I think this is gonna set up some interesting stuff that's gonna have rippling effects throughout the Marvel.
I'm already on record saying that our mutants are gonna show up in this show. So
I'm not even that. I'm just thinking she is one of the most powerful beings on. She would have taken Thanos out. If she had a chance.
I'm just wonder if when stuff is like this, if it's gonna be self-contained or not. So
this is you already know. They've already said it later in the thing.
They said
it will tie
into Doctor Strange.
And it sounds like she's going to be set up as an antagonist. I mean, that's what sounds like is happening.
Yeah. I mean, House of M. I'm telling you guys, it's all fallen into place just perfectly for House of M. Perfect way to launch the mutants.
Right away with House of M. There's no mutants.
Listen,
no more mutants.
Go big.
There are mutants.
Hey, there are mutants. No, there were no more mutants. It could have been this could be the post. Maybe we're in the post House of M right now, and then we have the prequel for it. This could be oh my goodness, what have you done? You erased mutants from our history, and we had no idea, and now they're back.
I honestly think that it'll not be precisely House of M, but I do think we'll see the inspirations of the House of M with it.
I mean, that's what I love about this. They like to take those popular storylines and just alter and twist them a little bit, pun intended, here, or innuendo. But they just twist it slightly to be more, I don't know, palpable to like wider audiences. Because like Civil War, the original storyline,
their own thing
start off
too.
great,
Like this,
end like shit.
Yeah, the cinematic universe, they're doing their own thing. Like the comics can have their stuff and stories, and the cinematic universe has their own. Like we saw with Planet Hulk, it was like they made it their own thing, and it wasn't quite the exact stuff we got before, but it fits that universe and fits that on-screen presence and the stories they're telling on the live action stuff, and not the comic books.
Yeah. So, all right. So what else do we have?
Then next was Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer, which I believe was the first trailer we've seen of that. Yep. And the production of that looked really good with the special effects and whatnot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. They said it was supposed to be like a feature movie just split across 6 episodes. So, whatever, 6 times 30 to 40 minutes. I mean, I guess it's more.
Got Zemo in there.
Yep. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I like that. But.
Yeah, I mean, they had a good villain that won, so why not bring it back? Following up, they have
boring character.
We'll see. We'll see him again.
He's the worst part of that movie.
Then they had Loki. The series had a trailer with that, and pretty much started off with the scene from Endgame where he gets the cosmic cube and just like warps out and is like, oh cool, this is where he shows up, and it's him fucking around with like history and stuff like that. And then he gets sucked into doing something or another. Like it just seemed like, whatever. So that's cool. Yeah. I mean, he does. Tom Hiddleston does a great job as Loki, one of the more iconic characters.
Oh, absolutely.
So that looks good.
Yep.
What Ifs?
Yep.
Was it What If?
So before they got to What If, it was. Oh no, you're right. They did do What If.
It was What If
animated series.
Yep.
Looks like Telltale Games.
No, I mean it's the What If, like What If.
I know what it is, but the animation, it looks like a Telltale game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, whatever.
It's good though.
I'm sure to do it that way. And then
Hawkeye.
Yeah, so they did talk about that Hawkeye with what was her
Miss
name?
Marvel.
Haley Steinfeld. Yeah. Oh, Ms. Marvel was before that. Okay. Ms. Marvel was an interesting one with is it Kamala Khan?
Kamala Khan as starring on Vellani, who's unknown.
Right.
Yes, she's going to be starring. She'll be in that movie.
Yeah. And well,
right?
they confirmed that she's going to be in Captain
Marvel. That's
her
show.
That's her show.
Ms. Marvel is her show.
Yes.
Captain Marvel, she will be appearing.
She's got that show. Yes.
Well, it's like her idol, and that's why her outfit's kind of
Harkens the same color.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the images we've seen of the set, her character actually has the helmet that Captain Marvel used. So
it's like kind of like they're doing a. Oh, I did watch the Spider-Verse movie again actually this week, and it just reminded me of her like putting on a Halloween costume of Captain Marvel or something.
Yeah.
It looks like. And then they finally confirmed Haley Steinfeld is playing Kate Bishop, which is awesome. I think that was really like perfect casting.
Yeah, I think so. Joining Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Talked about She-Hulk. Tatiana Maslany is playing She-Hulk.
Starring. Another co-starring movie for show now for Ruffalo.
Yep. Mark Ruffalo is going to be in it.
And Tim Roth.
Tim Roth returning as Abomination. Talk about a blast from the fucking past.
I can't believe they're just like just cut Edward Norton out.
I mean, Thunderbolt Ross was still there. It's like they still had William Hurt as him, so it's like now we just need Liv Tyler and.
Yeah, we do need Liv Tyler.
Yeah. They mentioned but didn't show anything about the Moon Knight series. Just mentioned that he's.
Right. It doesn't sound like now that. Yeah, I was gonna say now that he's what's the guy's name again?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac, thank you. He's going to be Metal Gear movie guy. It just seems like might not be Moon Knight now. But they did say it's going to be like an Indiana Jones type of show.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Yep. Then they talked about Secret Invasion series that would reunite Captain Marvel's. I don't know why they credited Captain Marvel. Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury and the one Skrull character.
Ben Middleton Talos.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. So that'll be interesting.
And Secret Invasion, man, that's one of the best.
That was a huge plot line, yeah.
That was, oh my gosh, that was like when they revealed all that stuff and who's who and whatever, that was crazy. And so if this is like tying into the Marvel Universe, it's going to be some big waves going on here with that.
Yeah, imagine if like some of the characters like, yeah, they were Skrull all along. It's like, what the fuck, you know? Kind of
well, I mean, we saw some of that with the, Spider-Man movie too. So
yeah, yep, exactly. Talked about an Ironheart series, which is about the Iron Man successor. Riri Williams. And Don Cheadle will be returning to play War Machine in a series called
Armor Wars. In that Ironheart, in his own
right, not in that, but another series called Armor Wars, which takes its inspiration from another comic storyline about Tony Stark's inventions getting into the wrong hands, aka Iron Man 2, I guess, or 3, whatever. So yeah, they also announced a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special done by James Gunn. They actually showed a picture of him too. So I felt that was like them saying like, "Hey, we're sorry. We like worked things through. Like we're good now.
Good guys, it's all good." Yeah. And we're gonna film this during the filming of Guardians 2, which are 3, and so this will come out the year before. So
they also confirmed they're making Disney Plus shorts for I Am Groot. I'm sure that's gonna be cute and I don't know, whatever for that. And then reconfirmed that Christian Bale will be joining next Thor. Playing Gore the God Butcher. Don't know anything about him personally.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The Blade film, they talked about that.
Probably CGI character because he's not humanoid-ish. I mean, he's humanoid, but he's...
Exactly. And I don't know how to say this name. Mahershala Ali, starring in the Blade film. Mm-hmm. And that revealed that Peyton Reed will come back for the next Ant-Man film, dubbed Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania.
Great name.
Michelle Pfeiffer will be back as well. Yeah. And Mark Strong, was it? Or somebody, not Mark Strong. Oh, she's sick. Somebody's strong.
Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror.
That's never mind. Yeah, Kang's probably gonna be like a major villain. I don't know where I'm getting Mark Strong. Anyway, he's gonna be a big villain because he's probably the one next in line behind Thanos, I would say.
Yeah, or
they don't pick Galactus.
We'll get to that.
Doctor Doom. I still say Doctor Doom.
We'll get to that. They announced on the Disney investor call that they will not recast Chadwick Boseman's character T'Challa, but they will still be over with Black Panther 2. I just thought it was interesting that they flat out talked about that in the investor call because I mean that's pretty much for stockholders. So it's like, hey, like $1 billion film, blah blah blah. So it's good.
Also, that there would be a male Black Panther, but it was, I mean, as well as Shuri taking a more larger role, but
yeah. And then Feige announced that Spider-Man director John Watts will direct a new Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know, is it that exciting? Success. I mean,
listen,
Fantastic Four is whatever, but
Marvel's first family, right? Is that what it is? You want to see a film that actually does them justice.
I mean, obviously the fan favorites with all that like fantasy casting stuff is Emily Blunt and
John Krasinski.
I couldn't freaking remember. All I could think was Jim.
I don't know. It's one of those things that even as so out of all the announcements, and we could talk about any of the other ones, but for Fantastic Four, I never cared about them. Ever. Even as a kid, I was just like, you guys are fucking lame. Like, you have a dude that's like Stretch Armstrong, you have a Rocky dude, and you have the Human Torch. Cool. He's kind of cool, and Invisible.
Broke-ass Hulk.
But wait, guys. Wait. When have you ever cared about Guardians of the Galaxy before Marvel gave us that great film?
But the thing is, I didn't know about them. I knew about the Fantastic Four. Even in the arcades, they had the Fantastic. Did they have a Fantastic Four game in the arcades?
They're gonna change your mind, is what I'm saying, man.
No. I'm open to that. I'm open to the changing of the mind. It's just this out of all the series they've ever announced, this is the one that makes you go.
I'm excited.
Not that it makes me go like this. It just is like it's been done so poorly before, and not that it was terrible, but it was bad. And
I know.
They did it again and made it worse. Like, what? How do you like? And then they're gonna pull it back. They're just not that interesting. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy's got so much more going on as far as like stuff to learn about, like interesting things that they can do with the characters. But Fantastic Four are these 4 people or 5 people. They get hit by like a cosmic ray, and now they have these powers. and just like, I don't know. It's not as interesting as far as exploring what they are, like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
See, for me, like Fantastic Four was always more interesting as being within the universe but never focusing on them. Kind of like
Yeah, if they make guest appearances.
I like Reed. You need Reed Richards as one of the smart guys,
Right.
in the verse. I think he might be the smartest character in the verse, so they say. And then you have Doctor Doom, of course, too, which is one of the best villains in the verse as well. Everyone else, though, I can do without. Honestly, don't particularly care about the rest of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But,
No, it's just I get it because it's like exciting. But they got their characters back. They're gonna make a movie with them. They're gonna be brought into the fold. It's just the characters are just never exciting.
Well, like Mike said, though, we get Doctor Doom out of this, and that could be the next. I think that'll be the next big bad. And
I think
there'll be two. I mean, you'll have the actual bad you think, and then there's Doctor Doom behind the scenes. I really
might just want to do like one solo, even though it's a team of 4 movie with them, and then just use the characters as needed going forward. I almost feel like that might be what they're doing because we have gotten 3 Fantastic Four movies. There was 2 with the original cast that were both bad, and then
Fantastic
but nobody
Four
really,
stick,
but nobody really watched that other Fantastic Four movie that rebooted it.
Yeah.
Not many at all, Mike, so don't count it. There's 2.
Yeah. So like the thing that to me here is just like it just would feel kind of, I don't know, weird to just have like them in the MCU post Avengers Endgame, post
I can't think they have their powers yet.
Right, but so like it's we've already been through this like epic storyline with superheroes and supervillains and all that stuff, and this family's gonna go into space and then get powers, and we're supposed to care? Like, bro, like where were you? We got like 3 dozen heroes right now. Like, what do you don't fucking
they have to go older too, right? Because like they went so young with the last one. I think they have to go much older as far as actors go.
But then they're gonna start being the Fantastic Four like older because it's gonna be origin for them.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is like
they're supposed to be astronauts and super like smart.
Right. Yes, sure, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, so for me, it just mostly boils down to like what we said. Like, you get Doom out of it. Reed is obviously an interesting character because he's so smart. He's also a dick. So that's an interesting take. Like, he could be the Tony Stark replacement, I guess, in a way. But eventually, Galactus and Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I mean, Galactus is obviously on the table. Yeah. Silver Surfer, yeah, big one. All right, what do we have? Shang-Chi as well.
Mm-hmm.
Legend of the Ten Rings.
In it also.
Yeah. Yep. Eternals.
That wrapped.
So
that's done filming. So.
Yeah, that's finished. Eternals is done too, isn't it?
It was supposed to come out this year. So.
Yeah, I think it's all done.
I imagine that's done as well, probably in post-production or.
Doctor Strange. Yeah, Doctor Strange, big one. The Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, so Doctor Strange, WandaVision, and Spider-Man are all going to be tied together.
Yeah, interesting way to do it. So
those are kind of the only things of these whole list that I'm interested in.
Yeah. Thor: Love and Thunder, which I think will be. I don't know. I'm actually interested in that one quite a bit. So.
No, after Ragnarok, I mean, hell yeah, like.
Yeah.
Bring Jane Foster back. As Thor.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Captain Marvel 2 we talked about. Black Panther we did. I think that's everything. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That was the last one too. So. Yeah, that's their slate. I mean, they went through a ton of stuff, and
that's a lot of content.
The thing is like it was good that they did it because there's been this year. Not obviously this year was 2020. It was going to be it's COVID year, but it was going to be a quiet year anyways for Marvel, and I was even starting to wonder like where they headed, what are they doing here, and it's cool to see that they have not even just a plan like of movies coming out, but like a buck ton of movies coming out too. Like not like it is going to be, when people were concerned that them buying Fox was going to cause like less superhero movies and less content for viewers, and I believe that this proves that we're not going to get less content at least.
Were people saying that?
There was a lot of concern about that. I mean,
yeah, because people were like, "Oh, what are they gonna do? Release 6 superhero movies a year?" And it's like, yeah, probably.
Yeah,
who cares?
Yeah. With Disney Plus, you can stagger them onto
now
Disney
it's
Plus.
a series. You know, you get the mini series and you get the television and the movie stuff.
There's just
you know,
more
like Miss Marvel to Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Right. There's more avenues where it's like they just don't have to do movie appearances. They can do their Disney Plus shows, which they have full control over now. Feige, doesn't have an asshole Trumper that he has to report to get approval from and stuff like that. So they can control all that. And I mean, something like the Fantastic Four, use that movie as a starting point, and maybe they launch it to a TV, like a Disney Plus series, and then maybe they eventually do a second movie it's received well, or they just go into like the tie-ins with Avengers or whatever storylines they want to use. It doesn't always have to be just movies, because you look at some of them like, were we ever going to get like a sequel to fill in the blank and stuff like that? And it's like, well, who knows?
Yeah. So, all right. Wow,
exciting.
that was a crazy. I mean, still, like I said, it's a Disney World, guys.
Their stock went up it shot 14 points or something like that.
I mean, just to talk about numbers, because again, this was an investor call. They were like, here are our targets, like subscriptions by the end of 2024, and we met them already. And it's just like, oh shit, like.
That's a great deal. So.
Yeah, and they're raising it by $1 a month, so they're gonna. All those people are, and there's no worry about losing subscribers. Even like when Netflix raises their price, they have a whole like, okay, we'll lose this a little bit. This will counter out here. There's like, it's going to grow Disney Plus though. It's still going to grow like crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's good that we have like a competing service, because like, I don't know, I don't really pay attention to Amazon Video, Prime, whatever at all. And Hulu is kind of whatever, its own thing, and obviously we see what's happened with HBO Max, and hopefully next year they can turn around. But it's good that Disney looks like they're taking it very seriously now, because I mean, the first year, absolutely start. They only had Mandalorian, but starting next year.
Mm-hmm.
Big stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're just going to like
make a tons.
Shit ton of stuff right here for you guys. Thanks for sticking around.
Here comes,
you're getting it all right now.
Here comes the Marvel finally. So
and so much Star Wars stuff too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a lot of Star Wars stuff, but like starting with WandaVision, we're finally get back into the Marvel universe. You know what I mean? Like it's been a while. So
kicking off 2021. Right.
Yeah. That's gonna wrap up this episode of the Moviecast. Thanks for tuning in. You can write us allyoucangeek@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. You can like us on Facebook. We're also obviously on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment, hit the bell for notifications. We appreciate it, guys. See you soon.